Okay, we're on the the north side, the back side of the parent bedroom suite. We have high soil conditions along here. This is a sewer clean out. I haven't found main sewer clean outs. I've been looking for them. Okay, it's a brick exterior with some vinyl. Alright, got a little, we got some recent paint. You can tell that some of these wooden details like the cornice, they're weathered. It's not a new house. They've come in and they've painted it. Moving on along, the rain gutters discharge away from the house. We can see that we've had some hail damage on this rain gutter, but we can also see that we've got a roof that's not very old. So that, among other clues, that tells us that the rain gutters were not replaced at the same time as the roof covering. A roof covering, it might be a 30-year roof, 40-year roof, whatever they tell you. The roof coverings around here last about 14 years. The rain gutters last about 14 years. So when you had an older rain gutter system, you put a newer roof, it's not going to be long before you're replacing the rain gutters, and then you're doing hippity hop skips. Another sewer clean out, more brick. We got wood mulch next to the house. Okay. What's wood mulch? It's dead wood. Where do termites live? In the ground. What do they eat? Mulch next to your house. That's what they eat. So this is conducive by design, if you'd like. We got bushes next to the house. Carpenter ants can climb up on this. They sure can. This deck has been painted. Alright, and we're getting the house ready to sell. It hasn't been stained, it's been painted. There's no ventilation underneath this deck. This deck is wood to ground contact. It's like taking a jar and putting it on the ground there. Any moisture that gets underneath here, coming up from the ground where all the moss is growing, any moisture in the ground is going to get stuck in this deck and cause it to rot prematurely. I know. I painted my deck. I saw what happened. It was a disaster. You're going to get some use out of it. You're going to sit out here and, enjoy a nice craft beer and a Maduro cigar. But it's not going to be long. This deck is not long for this world. So, coming on along, we've got soffit vents. Again, vinyl siding. Along. We got a gas port right over here. You might want to check with the manufacturer. That's an air intake vent. That's a gas port. This is a grill. Alright. So, if you're out here barbecuing bacon and fish, and then all that smell will go up in there, and you'll be known as the bacon fish people. Or barbecue or whatever it is that you cook. You don't have to cook anything. I'm just telling you. This is a weather plate for this light, so it's supposed to be there. I guess it's about as good as you can get, so I'll just kind of rely on my comments on that. This is the electrical receptacle outlet for the patio. I think this was bootlegged off of the... It's just as loose as a goose. Look at all that just falling out of the wall like that. That's not good. GFCI works on it though. It's not going to electrocute you too bad. Hang on, this is my method. Loose receptacle outlet on patio. Coming on along, we can see that we've gotten some movement right in here. And then this is the siding on the side. This is vinyl siding. Okay, see how they got that nice and tight? It's not supposed to be nice and tight. You're supposed to hang siding, so that way it can expand and contract at rates, and it doesn't buckle and doesn't cause damage. Now, have we been cooking next to it? See all this warping? It's probably from the grill. You probably don't want your grill that close to the vinyl siding, just saying. Look at that. And then it's not expanding and contracting like it should. They tried. They got it in there real tight. They wanted to do that. That one moves just a little bit. but not enough. Then over here on the rain gutters, see the way they drain directly onto the roof covering? See the way that happens right there? That one's clogged with leaves. It's not going to do that good of a job of it. That one's kind of nice and open. See how it drains right on the roof covering? So it's going to take all of this water coming down this slope, and take it and just pour it right onto those, on the cornices on these ends. This is going to unload that water right there, and that's going to cause the shingles to wear too fast right in there. That's what happens. Coming along, fence touches the house by design. More wood mulch, more high soil. So we got some metal siding too. That's down touching the ground. I can't see whether the wood on the side meets that or not. I just can't see it. We're in the garage. It's kind of the exterior. I already talked about this. This door should have a self-closing spring on it. Alright. And then up here, we got a little bit of shear movement between the wall and the ceiling right there. We're going to talk about the ceilings here in a little bit. But there's so much going on the exterior, so we're going to save that. The rain gutters shouldn't divert water that close to the house. This rain gutter right here, it's kind of messed up. I got a picture from the top. And because it's messed up and holding water, we got some damage on our soffit right there. So that's how we do it. We got some damaged soffit by the cornice at the northwest corner of the garage. Moving on along, lawn sprinkler heads should not be closer than 12 inches to the wall. Let's see, I got all this brick wall along here and no control joints. I'll talk about that a little later. And then when this comes down, this is okay. You're supposed to have some kick-out flashing right here, some apron flashing. That's called a water table in construction terms, not geographical terms. So the water table, any water that gets behind this ends up, anyway. Rain gutter does not divert water far enough away. Like I said, trees too close. A tree shouldn't be closer than 25 feet. Closed dryer vent hood and the back draft flap is missing, and it's dirty. Sure is. This retaining wall is leaning out towards the street. Okay. Like the patio deck, these have been painted. They're going to hold moisture. So they were already showing signs of their age. We wanted to look real nice. We wanted to sell the house. I don't blame them. Everybody wants to do that. I get that. But it's not going to be long. This retaining wall is not long for this world, just like the patio deck isn't. And there's a pretty good example right in here. There's another clean out. It's not a main clean out. I'm getting rusty water out of this faucet. This right in here, this a pier's been installed. This is a post-tension end. Alright, so we know that we have a post-tension slab foundation. There's several different types, some different types. I don't know how many severals. But there are different types of post-tension slabs. And I don't know which type this is. But, they're all good. But, for they're engineered right. This is called a parge coat. Alright, it's like a cake frosting. It's mostly decorative. Wood mulch too close to the house. Rain gutters too close to the house. This light fixture should be sealed. It's next to the... And then the carport here. The carteria. I know I mispronounced the heck out of that. But it's not illuminated. It's not illuminated. The only thing we have to illuminate this carport are these two lights right here. These two lights, that's all we have to illuminate them. It's illuminated at night when you're coming in, guests are coming in. You got the grand entrance, and then it's kind of dark over here on, is this the passenger side or the driver's side? Depends on which way you drive in and which way you're offloading, and it's just something to take into consideration. This retaining wall too is bowing out. That luminary should be sealed like that luminary should be sealed. We should have an in-use cover here because it's exposed. And then use covers like a bubble cover or whatever. So that weather cover right here, that's fine as long as it's closed. But if you hang, put Christmas lights up here or something like that, and then it's left open and then water can get in, so you should have a cover that closes over the receptacle. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 more steps. Okay, should have a handrail. Let's do that one. Okay. 4 more steps should have a handrail. Would I put one there? I sure wouldn't put one there. I would be thinking this is 2 steps. 1, 2, 1, 2, 2 steps. But they're not 24 inches wide. Are they? That's a good question. Just keep talking, bud. Keep talking. This is the way I contested my property taxes. I said, I don't have a deck. It's not 24 inches wide. I have steps. Just a thought. I'm not here to design the world, redesign the world. Rain gutters below grade, retaining wall, wood mulch next to the house, wood mulch next to the house. I got a video of the roof. It's going to be interesting to see what's on the other side of that chimney, if I can. Trees shouldn't be closer than 24 inches. The water meter is on the other side of that retaining wall, which is far enough away. This retaining wall is kind of... That's the main water shutoff valve. That's the sprinkler valve. That faucet does not work. Wood mulch, wood mulch, wood mulch. Coming on along. See how long this wall is? No control joints. No control joints. Kind of got like a hole up there. Somebody's boarded that up where a little squirrel got in or something. Is that what's going on? What's in there? See if I can put my bad flashlight on there. See in there? See up in there? Is this wood or something? Okay. See that corner? See that? See this crack right here? In the span of a hand, it goes back this way. That is a shrinkage crack. Some people call them corner pops. Call it what you will, but the cement's always drying. The brick is always expanding. You'll never be able to measure either one of them. Alright, and then the cement and the brick also expand and contract at different rates. They have different thermodynamic properties. So the stress comes out on the corners. That's not a foundation issue. You might have a foundation issue. I haven't found one yet, but you might, except for the high soil and the tree's too close. But this in itself, it might be a brick issue. If it falls out, maybe it's a brick issue. This is a termite issue, because termites can crawl up in there. But it's not a foundation issue. And again, the brick, I'm not seeing any stair-step cracks. I'm not seeing any vertical cracks. I'm not seeing any horizontal cracks. The brickwork is pretty nice. I imagine that they've done repairs. I know that this house has experienced foundation repair. I got the memo. I got the memo. Oh, come on across here real quick, because I like to yank people around. Don't trip on that. Looking. Sometimes I like what I see. All right. See these lower windows? See the metal trim above them? Okay, that is called Z-bar flashing. And the Z-bar flashing, while it's good that it's there, it's supposed to be at the wood above it. And then the upper windows has no Z-bar flashing. And these windows all have Z-bar flashing, but they do not have Z-bar flashing above the vertical trim board. The horizontal trim board, the upper horizontal trim board, they don't have flashing over that. This is the dining area. See how level the window ledges are? The window ledges are too level. Alright, they don't divert water like they should. We do have Z-bar flashing. Well, actually the siding is making that. Okay, I give up. Moving on along. Back to we don't have any control joints. And the brickwork looks fine. This is the gable vent. This window ledge, some parts of it's pretty level. Yeah, right there and right there. It's got a little bit of a pitch on it. That's your secondary drain line. So when you look out this window and you see it draining, you know that you've got a problem with your air conditioning system. It's where the gas enters the house. And that's your gas meter. High soil. High soil, well, not here. Pretty much. High soil right here by this window.